All right, let me ask you something. When you think abs, what's the very first thing that comes to mind? For most people, it's gotta be the crunch, right? You know, that classic sit up. But what if I told you that only doing crunches for your abs, well, it's kind of like buying a brand new top of the line smartphone just to use the calculator on it? Yeah. So let's really get into what your abs are truly all about. So, yeah, let's just start right there with that big question. What are your abs actually for? I mean, it seems like such a simple question, right? But the answer most of us have is, well, it's missing the biggest part of the story. We've all been taught to think they're just for, bending forward, for doing that crunch motion. But that's just a tiny little piece of a way, way more interesting puzzle. And this is really the heart of the whole misunderstanding. It's this idea that abs are something you do as an exercise. That one phrase, I'm gonna go do some abs, has totally shaped how we see them. But thinking like that, it completely ignores the quiet, nonstop, and super critical job they're doing for us, like 24/7, whether you're in the gym or just, walking around. Okay, so if it's not all about the crunch, then how do they actually work? This is where we make the switch, right? We're moving away from the myth and into the real science of it. So let's just forget all that stuff you hear on the gym floor for a second and look at what your body was actually built for. And here's the kicker. The answer has less to do with creating movement and a whole lot more to do with preventing it. And boom, here it is, the number one most important job your abs have. Their main gig? It's to stabilize your spine. Seriously, just picture your abs as this incredible living corset that wraps all the way around your middle. Its whole purpose is to lock everything in to keep your torso strong and safe whenever you walk or lift something heavy or even just twist. And when that corset gets weak, well, that's where a ton of problems, especially that nagging lower back pain, can come from. It's literally your body's first line of defense. And what's so cool is how this one job, stabilizing, connects to, well, pretty much everything else. I mean, think about it, because they're holding your spine steady. They're absolutely essential for good posture. They even play a huge part in how you breathe by managing all the pressure inside your torso. All these things work together, and that's what makes up a genuinely strong core. It's a whole system, and stabilization is the key that makes it all work. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this right here. The big point is that their job is stability, not just movement. I mean, yeah, a crunch makes your spine bend forward, but in your real life, when you're playing a sport or just picking up groceries, what your abs are really doing is working hard to stop your spine from bending or twisting in a bad way. They are your body's own personal, built-in support system. Which leads us to this final and maybe most important question. If your abs' real job is all about this deep, stabilizing work, shouldn't your training be deeper too? Maybe the best ab workout out there has nothing to do with feeling the burn from 100 crunches. Maybe it's all about training that challenges your core to just stay solid and stable while other things are trying to move it. It kind of makes you rethink the whole idea of a core workout, doesn't it?